Next decision from the blue corner, Anthony
Boxing is the pinnacle of combat sport, and over the years, fans have seen many of their favourite athletes choose to step into the ring. From NRL stars to YouTubers, we take a look at the athletes who've laced up their gloves. Sydney Swans legend Barry Hall was no stranger to throwing fists during his wild AFL career.
Lost his cool, and that is an ugly incident.
And after years of bullying the league, he decided to step onto the big stage. Unfortunately for the big bad Barry, his boxing career only lasted 2 fights, with a draw to Paul Gallen and a lightning quick loss to Sonny Bill Williams. Dally M winner and NRL bad boy Todd Carney had a roller coaster of a footy career before choosing to have a go in the ring. Carney only fought twice, with both bizarre bouts ending in a controversial draw. Solomon Hamono delivered some of the biggest hits in the NRL, and the former second rower used that energy to kickstart his boxing career. In 30 boxing appearances, he built a stunning pro record of 24 wins from 21 knockouts, with only 4 losses and 2 draws. Former Brisbane Bronco and Queensland NRL star Justin Hodges had a loaded boxing career, lacing up the gloves for 8 appearances in the ring. Although it was a short stint, Hodges still managed to pull off 5 wins with 2 KOs, his career ending after a second loss to fellow footy star Paul Gallen. NRL icon Sonny Bill Williams has proven he has stopping power, finishing 9 opponents in 10 appearances, including a massive TKO win over Barry Hall. The Kiwi suffered only 1 loss in his career, coming in his final bout with Mark Hunt. Though retirement is on the cards, the 2-time Rugby World Cup winner is keen to fight on. Paul Gallen is another NRL legend who made a name for himself in the boxing ring, making relatively light work of opponents in the majority of his 18 appearances. The Sharks icon has 15 scalps to his name with 8 KOs, 2 losses and a single draw. He is one of the most controversial stars to venture into the boxing world, with a current professional record of 9-1, with 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul has blown up the boxing scene with his outlandish antics, competing against fellow YouTubers, NBA players, UFC fighters, and retired legend Mike Tyson. Former UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou has to be one of the scariest fighters on this list, and though he has a record of 0-2, his defeats were at the hands of boxing icons. Ngannou's first loss was a controversial split decision against heavyweight legend Tyson Fury, while his TKO loss came at the hands of boxing royalty Anthony Joshua. The notorious Conor McGregor is one athlete on the planet who needs no introduction. The UFC double champ exploded onto the MMA scene and managed to push his way through to the boxing world with little resistance. In his one and only fight, he took on one of the greatest boxers to ever live, falling to undefeated champion Floyd Mayweather inside 10 rounds. He had one of the longest boxing runs in Australian history, holding the WBA super middleweight title twice, the IBO middleweight title, and the WBA interim super welterweight title. Of course, it's Anthony Mundine. Choc began his sporting career with the St. George Illawarra Dragons before bursting into the boxing scene and taking no prisoners in his quest for glory. Mundine had a mind-blowing 59 fights with 48 wins from 28 KOs and 11 losses. His successful career cemented him as a boxing legend and the greatest crossover athlete to ever enter the ring.